Victorian era is for Great Britain a moment of scientific and technical progress that linked the nation to the Second Industrial Revolution. The country was among the most advanced in the world in the economic and scientific fields, but it was governed by strict social laws and customs. Society was characterized by a strong moralism. Men were tasked with working hard for the family to make their name respectable within society. Women, on the other hand, were responsible for the home and children. Sexuality was repressed. This led to the denunciation and scandals for artistic nudity and to ban all terms of common vocabulary related to this field. Those who did not respect social rules were marginalized. Wilde was a nonconformist writer and opposed the Victorian and Puritan morals of his time. He denounced the society by writing what became the manifesto of English aesthetism, with the portrait of Dorian Gray. The work was considered a danger for young readers since Oscar Wilde saw it possible to live without moralism and labels. His revolution nature was against him, so that he lived in a society which was not really ready to welcome his genius.
Oscar Wilde and his lover, Alfred Douglas, were victims of this society which was not open to a revolutionary mentality. Alfred's father, the Marquis of Queensberry, to defend his family's good name, sued Wilde for serious offences, including sodomy. Homosexuality was a serious crime. The outcome of the trial was in Wilde's favour, who had mostly public opinion against him. In this time of captivity, reflection and self-analysis are fundamental for the poet, who refuses to do what others have advised him to do. That is, forget himself and what he is. On the contrary, he wants to be present to himself and to be able to draw something positive from a negative experience. Wilde's imprisonment is not attributed to Alfred, but to the antiquated laws and bigotry of Victorian society. In fact, after the prison, their relationship resumed and the two spent months in Naples and Capri. Wilde calling love with Douglas immortal and eternal, despite the public and personal condemnation. Wilde's love, which was misunderstood and opposed, represents a struggle against a society that considered homosexuality a crime. His case raised a global debate that contributed to a slow evolution in the perception of such issues, leaving an indelible imprint on the history of civil rights.
At 6:30 p.m. of the 6th of April 1895, Wilde was arrested for violating the Criminal Law Amendment, which provided for up to 2 years of imprisonment and forced labor for male homosexuality. The law was strongly supported by English of the Victorian age and was consistent with the rigid morality of the time. The judge sentenced him to the maximum sentence, saying, "People capable of doing such things are clearly deaf to any feelings of shame. It is the worst trial I've ever presided over." Wilde, disowned by his family, his lovers, and his public, is taken of Reading jail. The suffering he experiences then flows into his last work, the Ballad of Reading Prison, dedicated to Charles Thomas Woodridge, an English officer led to the gallows on 7th of July 1896, before the poet's eyes for having killed his wife. Immersed in the punishment that man inflicts on man, and in the impotence before the justice that has been rendered, even for Oscar Wilde, the imprisonment, in reality, will last metaphorically until death, which arrives in solitude and poverty only a few years later. So let us introduce you the story of Oscar Wilde and his beauty in Capri, a fascinating chapter that combines art and beauty.
Qui sotto il cielo di Capri, com'è bello sognar, mentre mormora il mar. Qui fra spalliere di rose e di glicini in fior, paradiso e l'amor. Qui la vita un'azzurra leggenda ti pare, tu dimentichi tutto il soffrire e dall'onde nel chiaro lunar ti fai cullare qui.
Oh, we're finally here again. During my imprisonment, I firmly imagined returning here and having our best time, my dear Bruzy.
I'm so glad we are here together on this marvelous island.
I dreamt night and day that comfortable bed of the Hotel Cusisana. Sleeping in the prison was a real nightmare. If only I could erase from my mind all the horrors of that retreat. But this gave me the opportunity to write the ballad of the reading jail.
I'm really sorry, my dear, but I'm sure the atmosphere of the Hotel Cusisana and the warm welcome by Federico Serena will make you feel at home.
I'm certain about that. During the next days of stay, I would like to visit the Villa Jovis to pay tribute to the great imperial leaders.
Yes, I agree with you. Shall we head to our residence now? I cannot explain how embarrassed I was. Everyone was staring at us.
Oh, lovely Alfred, I'm really disappointed. It is ridiculous. Our presence annoyed the other guests so much that Federico could not help us but send us away.
What is wrong with our love?
Nothing. Our affection breaks all the boundaries people impose us. Now it is time to find another place to sleep and forget about the humiliation they just made us feel. Dear Alfred, I think it was a very big fortune to meet the Swedish Dr. Multe. He is always so kind to me.
Yes, he is so welcoming, and this villa is so peaceful.
This place made me speechless. When we're together, we are capable of forgetting all the harm and suffering people inflict on us. They denied us also bread.
Cantavo le stacchi, m'ha fatturato. Tu luna, luna, tu luna già prese. Che fai sognare l'amore innamorato.
What a painful moment. But I hope Mrs. No will manage to distract Lucy from our separation, while I return to Naples and head to Paris to recover physically and emotionally.
Penna tu luna, luna tu, luna bugiarda. Famma passa sti pena e gelosia e paganen fosse tutta mia. Tu luna, luna, tu luna caprese.
I stretch out my hands towards you. Oh, may I live to touch your hair and your hands. I think that your love will watch over my life. If I should die, I want you to live a gentle, peaceful existence somewhere, with flowers, books, and lots of work. Try to let me hear from you soon. I am writing you this letter in the midst of great suffering. This long day in court has exhausted me. Thirsty boy, sweetest of all young men, most loved and most lovable. Oh, wait for me, I'm now, as never since the day we met, yours devotedly and with mortal love. Oscar.
E paganen fosse tutta tutta mia. Tu luna, luna, tu luna caprese.